Well, he's still alive. Alright, let's end that flight. Let's try again. I don't know what to do to make this thing lift off better. I could try lighting these things earlier. Let's try that. Let's just light them on the runway. And if that doesn't work, we'll have to rethink our position here. Oh, is there debris on the runway? No, actually, that's okay. Okay, now it's Bob, Bill, and Hootgal. Since Jebediah is no longer with us. Let's give Bill a shot. Since he had such a good time exploring Minmus. We'll see what kind of pilot he is. Let's get these guys out of the way. Oop. Do. Very nice. All right. Bill, good luck. We're going to try something a little bit more experimental with your flight. We're actually going to light the solid rocket boosters on the runway. Probably about halfway down the runway, just to get ourselves a little bit more speed. Make sure I'm getting on the straight and narrow here. There we go. Full throttle. Alright, Bill, are you ready? Lighting the solid rockets in 3, 2, 1. It's working, it's working. A little bit too well. Whoops, I accidentally hit X. That's alright, we're fine. Great! Well, that worked! Of course, disconnecting these bad boys is going to be another situation altogether. Alright, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's just orientate ourselves here. Alright, okay, that kind of worked. Got us off the ground. Hopefully we can keep up with this speed. That's another situation altogether. Watch that overheating, that's always concerning. Oh, gear up. What am I doing? Alright, we're flying kind of sideways. Woo! Alright, let's gain control of the situation. Oh god, we're not gaining any control whatsoever. Let's go up, please. Woo! Pitch up. There we go. Okay, now we kind of had control of the aircraft. Alright, Bill. Let's go rescue some guys. 2 at a time, apparently. Not entirely sure how efficient that takeoff was, but I guess we'll deal with it. We will deal with it, indeed. Alright, now we're gaining some altitude. Not so much on the speed. Look at all the debris everywhere out there, that's hilarious. Okay. Let's just keep going north. That is the goal. I'm also a little bit wary of the way I have fuel flowing. Basically, I have it flowing from here to here to here to here, and then all the way up to here. That way, I'll just disconnect one tank at a time. Whereas before, the previous setup kind of had it draining from the center first, and that was a problem. I had to disable fuel flow and then re-enable fuel flow, and it was a mess. So hopefully this is a little bit simpler. It's also a little bit more critical that I have the disconnects in proper order, which I think I do. 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Okay, I think I have that right. So yeah, fuel should really only be draining from those guys. Yep, awesome. All right. To the rescue, Bill Kerman. Ooh, okay, let's watch that trim. I think this is working all right. It's going to take a long time to get there. I first want to make sure that my staging with my drop tanks works properly, and then I think we'll go into fast forward mode. I would like to be gaining more altitude in this. See, this is what I was hoping I'd be able to get off the ground and then light those solid rocket boosters, so I could use them primarily for just gaining a bunch of altitude really quick, but did not work out like that, as was evidenced by that liftoff, but ugh. Stay on this center line. Very nice. I don't know if these wings are helping out, but I remember in the first flight to the North Pole we had a very strange angle of attack where our nose was way up in the air, but we were like flying horizontally, so perhaps we've improved the aerodynamics a little bit. Perhaps. Probably not, but perhaps. Right, let's keep an eye on this fuel, because I do want to drop this extra weight whenever I get a chance. Alright. So those fuel tanks are empty, so I should be able to disconnect. Yep, those were the right ones. Great, okay. Saving some weight there. Awesome, okay. So yeah, let's... I don't even know... I mean, I pretty much have the same amount of fuel that I had with the Polar Explorer 3. I don't know if I can make it up there and back. I'd have to, like, make it there and then make it a half of the way back and then launch another rescue mission to save 6 people. So let's go for this ain't gonna work, guys, because that's about halfway to the North Pole. That seems about right, right? But I do want to be gaining more altitude than I'm gaining. Like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this, and then we are going to do another fast-forward sequence. We'll see what sort of rescue mission this has become. We're gonna have to rescue Bill Kerman eventually. I know that's gonna happen. But yeah, let's do that. Indeed. Alright, we're back and we just ran out of some fuel. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is stage. Very nice. Save some more of that weight. We appear to be going downwards for some reason. Yeah. Of course, now that we lost that weight, look at as we're actually starting to lift back up again. Very nice, very nice. I'm not even touching any of the controls. This is all just happening based on the lift to weight ratio, apparently. A little bit more of an efficient angle of attack, it seems, but still not quite as aerodynamic as one would assume. I don't know what that has to do with or not, but it's fine and dandy. We will deal with it. Yeah, now we're starting to gain some altitude again. Awesome! Where are we on the planet? Are we going the right way? Why is it... I don't know. It's got that weird angle. I think that just has to do with the rotation of the planet, so it's not exactly accurate, which might have been where I went a little bit wrong with that return flight, but we're going to at least try to get to this ain't gonna work. See if we can bring some guys back. We will see indeed. Doing right on the fuel pods. Bill Kerman, not quite as courageous as Jebediah or Hoodgal, but he's gonna do this mission if he likes it or not. So I think it's time, once again, for another fast-forward sequence. I'm trying to think of, like, creative camera angles to do this at. How about like this? And we will see the land flowing underneath us. Alright, so yeah, another fast-forward sequence, and then we will be back with more developments. Indeed! Alright, we're back. We just had a few more fuel tanks go empty, which is those ones right there, so the next staging is correct. And ka-chunk. Very nice. Well done. Having dropped that weight, we should start to pick up a little bit more speed and altitude once again. We're about a little bit less than halfway there, but things are going to start happening pretty quick because of the speed we're going. You saw previously we were only going like 200 meters per second. Now it's above 300 and climbing, and we're actually still climbing in altitude as well. We should actually maybe start to see the little indicator of where our guys are sometime soon. The sun is starting to set, so this might be a nighttime landing, rescue, and takeoff. That's going to make things interesting. So yeah, let me, let's keep an eye on where we're at in terms of the nose here, but, we'll get another picturesque angle for everybody to enjoy, and we will do another fast-forward sequence. So I will see you in a moment. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, we're about to run out of fuel on our last fuel pods, but also, due to my poor choice of camera angle, due to my poor choice of camera angle, it appears we are very quickly coming upon our stranded guys. They're 53 kilometers away, so we're going to start to kind of get into more of a situation. Alright, there goes those last fuel pods, so... Chunk. See you later. Don't need you anymore. Let's just throttle down, because we're going to want to start to lose some altitude. This is going to be an interesting setup for this landing, because that is not a friendly location. We're also going to be doing this in the shadow. Also not a friendly situation to be in. A lot of stuff happening at once here. Let's turn off the SAS. We're at about 50% throttle. Could actually probably do a lot less than that, to be honest. We do want to lose a bunch of this altitude. 35 kilometers. I might have to do a flyby, and there might be a little bit of walking involved. I don't know how pinpoint of this landing I'm going to be able to get, but of course I also have to set up in an area where I can also take off, because this is a rescue mission, not just a let's join these guys stranded on the side of a mountain mission. I don't know that I planned this out very well. Oh dear. It's a nice night. We have the moon in the sky there. Nice sunset. So at least we can enjoy that, if all else fails. Let's come in over this valley here. I think is the safest bet. And then find a spot to land. Because if we come in this way and we overshoot into a mountain. So I might as well overshoot into a valley if that's going to be what's happening. No pressure. Take it easy, Bill Kerman. Pitch down a little bit. Did not expect this to be a nighttime landing. Dang it! Alright. I'm concentrating. This is my concentrating voice. It's very similar to my everyday other voice that I use, but here it is. Alright. Say we come around here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but yeah, come around the back side of this, what's still illuminated, these snowy mountaintops. And then we'll kind of sweep up behind them. Oh god, I didn't even think of this. Of course, being in the shade, we're not going to see our own shadow, so we're not going to know how close we are to the ground. Easy. Easy. Alright, now here are the maneuvers that are going to get me killed. Pitch down. 3,500 meters. we're starting to go below the peaks of the mountains. Alright, this valley is not as deep as I anticipated. Alright, I don't want to waste too much energy. Oh, damn. Yeah, that mountain's taller than I thought. I thought there was a valley behind here I could just sweep through, but apparently not. I don't want to waste too much of my energy gaining altitude again, but it looks like I'm going to have to do that. Alright, there is the spacecraft, or aircraft. Alright, let's lose some of that momentum. Pitch down a little bit. Oh, this shadow business is going to be the worst. Let's, for safety's sake, put the gear down. Alright, gears down. Let's kind of aim right for them. Now, there's a glare on my monitor. I can't really see what's going on here. Let's watch that altitude and try to keep an eye on the ground beneath us. And our speed as well. I think we want to get closer than 5 kilometers. That's going to be one heck of a walk for our guys. Where are these guys? Okay. We now have the call sign of that mission in sight. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to figure out if this hill is in front of us or behind these guys. That is going to cause some situations if I cannot figure that out in the near future. Alright, there's the ground. I think that mountain's in between us. Crap. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, whoa. Okay, I can see the aircraft. Throttling down. Throttling completely off, actually. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. We've landed. Alright, let's roll a little bit without shaking ourselves to pieces. Hopefully we don't hit a wing. God, on the side there. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be... Fingers crossed, everybody. Everything stay together. Don't bump into any boulders or grades. Easy. Oh, God. A little bit of brake action there. Let's not run into the other aircraft either. Like a freaking glove. Check that out. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Did not expect that to work at all. Good job, Bill. Good job. That was a harrowing experience indeed. Yeah. That's great. I enjoyed that thoroughly. So yeah, let's get our... I don't know what to do now. Let me resume the flight, actually. I need to, No. I need to extend the crew hatch. Very nice. Here's these guys. Wow, that was an awesome landing. Of course, the takeoff is going to be another story entirely. But yeah, let's get Edig. Good job, guy. Let's get Edig out. And... Oop, wrong one. And Rainy, because Nusi, sitting in the middle seat, is the commander, and he stays with his ship. Sorry, guy. Well, I'm glad you guys really know how to use those letters. So yeah, let's get these guys on board. Wow, I did not expect that to work as well as it did. Awesome. Do. I almost feel like we need to, Oh. We need to have a quick family portrait here, because this... I am amazed at the accuracy at which we'd made this landing. I was a little bit worried that there was a mountain in between us, but apparently once the aircraft came into view... Ooh, I'm so excited, I'm sneezing my brains out. But once the aircraft came into view, we knew we had something going on here. Woo! Screenshot. Yeah, okay, let's board our recovery aircraft. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Welcome aboard, Eding. And then also welcome aboard. Whoop. I forgot your name already. Rainy. Meet Bill Kerman. Pilot. Spaceman extraordinaire. We're going to have to bid farewell to your commander, what's his name? Nusi. Nusi will stay behind, perhaps for a future rescue mission. I don't know about that. But yeah, let's bring these guys home. But that's actually going to have to take place in the next episode, because I've been recording for well over an hour here, and I need to make sure things are going smoothly. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. This is Kerbal Space Program. Not so much space program right now, but rescue program. Rescue 911 with William Shatner. So yeah, William Kerman. Yeah, thanks again for watching. I'm looking forward to the return trip. Hopefully everything goes great. But my name is Kurt. I will see you next time.